So we're glad to still have your company then for the final 45 minutes between Arbaminch and Hawasa. The Crocodiles have a 1-0 lead over Zerai Mulu's side and will be holding to keep it that way. Shinafi Fida is the player who suddenly scored that all-important goal. Gilbert Celebwa obviously up here with me in the commentary box. We do accept a different approach to this game from Zerai Mulu now. They might be faster. They must pass those balls a bit quicker and try find Biruk Beyene. The likes of Medhan have got to deliver.
I think the biggest problem with the Hawasa Ketema is that the two wing-backs, Medan Birhane and Daniel Deribe, are not really pushing up as expected, because that they will, if they have to push up, then Ephraim Ashamo and Tabarak Famo will definitely tuck in and play alongside Biruk Beyene, therefore putting a lot of pressure on Shenafi Fida and Bernardo Cheng. But what has happened is that Arbaminch, whenever they win possession of the ball, you realize that Segaya Bera is joining Ahmed Hussein as the twin strikers, and then allowing the likes of Surafel Daniel and Erika Paito to play their straight on the wider areas. Now they need to know how to stop Surafel Daniel, because he is flying straight on the right, where Medane Birhane is also marking and is bringing in beautiful crosses, only that they have not been met with precision in as far as this game is concerned.
Right then, Arbaminch now playing from right to left, looking to create very early chances with Segaya Pera, who is already running in and around that area. Bigger crossing certainly would have been very good, but this is a bit too big. Peter Desabebe operating out wide, right back for this Arbaminch side, and Mesai Teferi seems to have given him very clear instructions. Attack at every single opportunity you get. Here he is moving forward again, looking for a touch in there, doesn't get the better one from Surafel Daniel. Biruk looking to get past the Shenafi Fida. Bernardo Cheng trying to prevent a corner, but suddenly that won't be the case, because it's been given as a goal kick, even though there was a bit of different communication between the first assistant and the referee at the center. Referee takes the day, as always.
And Andrew, these two students have been very poor students in class, both getting 4 out of 5. I mean, that is for Arbaminch, 4 out of 15 points, and Hawasa getting 5 out of 15 points. That is a very average mark for a student.
Where I come from, you have to repeat the class for 1 more year. You can have a chance of going to the next one. Anything below 50%, you're in trouble. But then that again goes a long way to explain why Hawasa has not kept very close tabs with Fasil and St. George at the top. The difference being Wolaita, even the difference in points. Zerai Mulu had a better start to the campaign and the last 5, 6, 7, 8 matches.
Yeah, I think he has had a very poor run. 1 win out of 5, drawing 2 and losing twice is not a good return for a team that finished first in 2003, 2004, and also finished first in 2006 and 2007. So I think they have the pedigree, only that they've let their foot off pedal. They are now operating in 3rd gear. They need to at least push up and get into 4th and 5th.
Yeah, those 2 losses against Hadia and St. George certainly have put them in a tricky situation. They did concede 6 goals in both matches, only scoring 1. And she's only making their statistics at the top even worse. Now Biruk Beyene trying to break through the center. It's been cleared by Shenafi Fida. His goal, as it stands, is the match winner. Medhane, long one to Tebarek, bit too high. Of course, a bit of a problem for Melako Elias then. If Tebarek Ifemo had suddenly controlled this one, he had so much space, and suddenly 2 or 3 blue shots looking to get into that box as fast as they could. Abdur Basit has another touch. Now here comes Arbaminch. And apart from that 2-1 loss to Jima, in their last 6 matches, you can make that 7. They really have had a good run. There's been a couple of draws in there, but really those 3 crucial wins, one against Workite and against Baherda, then of course Addis, have really helped Mesai Teferi's side. But now they must defend. As Ephraim Ashamo. This is Biruk Beyene getting into the area, and they have a touch, and it's been turned in. Eventually, they get their goal. Huge opportunity going to Wandi Magenhailu. The Arbaminch defense suggested there had been a handball or a bit of infringement before it got to the youngster. And he's converted it with so much confidence to score goal number 5 for himself this season. That looked very, very confusing, and you can fully understand where the Arbaminch backline were coming from.
Well, talk about sleeping on duty. Sleeping on duty because the situation here is 4 against 3. Now it's 4 against 4. That's a big pick there by Biruk Biene, who tries to go between 2 players. And again, they fail to put serves on him. And look at the positioning of the youngster, Wandi Magenhailu. He's hiding himself. And with one touch, he really realized that he was in an open position. He opens up his body and puts in the simplest of touches. Just one pass, Jisak taken for his 5th goal of the campaign.
Perfect start then to the second half that Zerai Mulu was looking for. Sai Teferi has simply walked into a wall. 1-1 between Arbaminch and Hawasa. It's game on. Shinafi Fida launching one forward looking for Ahmed Hussein, making it very easy for Dagim Tefera, and Hawasa, who now can build again. Giving away the ball in the second half when you've just conceded is always very, very dangerous, because you're up against a team that now seems to have the momentum. But the chain again being nervous at the back. This will quickly be started. They are looking for Tebare Kefemo. Push a touch off Melaku Elias, allowed to bounce, and the referee before that had already blown his whistle. The worst mistake this Arbaminch side could do now is to sit back, hoping to get a point from this game.
They shouldn't. They've been pressing up high. I think what has not gone their way is that they're trying to play those counter-attacks, the long passes, and they have been well read by that defense line, being held by Kolonji Mondia and Adisalem Tesfai.
Delkachu Mesfin. Oh, that's a good ball looking for Ahmed Hussein. It's been misplaced by Adi Salem. Ahmed Hussein trying to strike it with distance and power. Out wide, trying to surprise Dagim Tefera. That was wide, but suddenly the power behind it could have been dangerous.
The angle is very difficult. The angle is too difficult. Look at where the goalkeeper Ishak Tegen is standing. There is no way that you're going to beat him near post.
The other side, Biruk Beyene got into the area and then went down. The referee has a second to think about it. Decides it will be a goal kick. We have to look at it again, because obviously Biruk Beyene stays on the ground. That challenge was between him and Bernardo Cheng. They're not sure at any chance that was a penalty. I think he lost his own footing, Biruk.
Yeah, he did. Though there was a little touch, but off the 18-yard line. And he still had an opportunity to be able at least to get into that ball and do something meaningful with it. I think he decided to go down and try and dupe center referee Bahiru Teka. He doesn't want to hear none of that.
Really wants to put good pace behind this game. They want to have more control, this Hawasa side, and that must have been their plan in the second half. Look at that movement again from Ephraim Ashamo. Goes down, then Biruk Beyene does even better. Not sure he was trying to find Wandi Magen. I think he was trying to create space for himself. The youngster said, Maseknalo, I'll easily find the back of the net and make it 5 goals for me this season from midfield. Beyene joins us again. He's fine as this goes out wide. It's picked by Wokitade Sabebe, floating it in for Ahmed Hussein, and the goalkeeper is off his line. It's not finished by Tagaya Bera. Oh, what a chance. Dagim Tefera came off his line and I think lost his footing, was on his knees.
What kind of a pass do you expect? Look at that. It's telling. The goalkeeper comes out. It really doesn't put anything on that. There is too much space right in front of Abera. Fails to score.
And Tendel Kachu goes out again to Walkie Chades. Was he crossing? Was he trying to score from here? It was Surafel Daniel out wide. He had options inside that box, including Ahmed Hussein, but then almost caught Dagim Tefera without watching.
Well, by now they should have realized that there's too much space on the right-hand side, and surely Surafel Daniel, who has had a very good outing, should have done better with that ball. Again, another opportunity lost.
The chances we've already had in this second half easily could have been 5-4. There should have been 3 or 4 more goals, but suddenly chances in football do come. They do go. Kapaito to Melaku. This is Ahmed Hussein going down. That challenge coming in from Kalonji. Delcacho slots one into the area. He's looking for Eric Kapaito. It's Bernardo Cheng who goes up. Suddenly was looking for a better touch, and that is a handball now. That would be a yellow card. Ahmed Hussein was looking to prevent Dagim Tefera from starting off with a counter-attack, and instead quickly goes into the referee's book then. Kalonji, what a ball, looking for Biruk Beyene. Floated into the area, looking for Tebarek. Good play from Melaku Elias, been picked up by the blue wall again. To Daniel Deribe. This is Henok Dirbi. Chance to cross a bigger one into the box, straight to his captain again, and here it comes into a dangerous zone, picked up by Ishak again. Not sure Ishak again has had any crosses that really have troubled him. On so many occasions they have been quite straight to him, and that is making it very easy for Arbaminch. Undimagen, Biruk Beyene, Ephraim Ashamo almost got a return. The flag had stayed down. Small margins could separate these two sides.
Absolutely, and I'm not sure why Arbaminch have now started giving Hawasa a lot of room to be able at least to pass the ball to their strikers. In the first 45 minutes, they were able at least to be solid in the midfield, but now they've started ball watching. Well, at times, a team like Arbaminch, they do know that they are down there alongside Addis Ababa and Adama. Of course, any team from Dredawa in 11th position to Adama in 12th, and Addis Ababa could easily go down for relegation.
Ndane Birhane to Ephraim Ashamo. That was a great run into the box, and again, one final pass, one crucial touch at the very end was needed, and one that was not taken. As we look at how many yellow shots then were back defending, he actually had a real chance. I think he miskicked this one, Ephraim Ashamo. Yeah, he is again, seeing so much of the ball. This time he has Ondimag and Hailu for support just ahead of him. Brings a bigger one into the area, cleared by the Kenyan. Finado Chieng. Here's another one. Eric Kapaito out wide to Woki Tades. He's got support just ahead of him with Surafel. Abdur Basit to Tebarek. It's been picked up by Andu Walem. Walem again, out wide to Wokitades. It's walking pace now for these two sides. Looking for goal number 3. Wonder who will score the next one. Very important, whichever way you look at it. For Hawasa, we can't stop repeating that they will easily get into the top 3. And Arbaminch should go up as high as 9th. Melaku. Andualem, so much space ahead of him. To Eric Kapaito, trying to get it past Kalonji. Hoping for a return ball. Once again by Alkachu Mesfin. He's had so many touches in and around that Hawasa box. And none of them has been successful. So they have got to find a better way to break down Kalonji Mundi and Adi Salem Tesfai. But on the other side, this is Biruk Beyene looking to strike it from distance. Biruk Beyene into the area. Then Ephraim Ashamo. And it's still been saved. Oh, what does Hawasa need here to score goal number 2? Biruk Beyene could have struck and found the back of the net. Then eventually Ephraim Ashamo, 2 huge chances.
That is a huge chance. That's good pick there. Look at him. He sends Ochieng to the gutters here. He is very, very calm. But again, that slip by Wokitatu Zabebe just gives Ephraim Ashamo with an opportunity to slot the ball in. But again, his quick recovery, it takes too long. And there's some quick recovery there from the defender. And they missed an opportunity to make it 2.
Arbaminch have brought in Ashanafi Tegen. Out goes Surafel Daniel. He's brought into the box. A couple of yellow shots in there. Just not good enough. They simply are huffing and puffing.
They are, I think, Hawasa on the ascendancy here. This is the kind of pressure that you expect from your side if you really want to, you know, get 3 points out of this one.
Magen. Back to Henok Dirbi. He's lost possession, and this now looks very dangerous. Arbaminch have options up front, including Tegaya Bera. Big cross is expected from out in the wings. He's a perfect ball, looking for Tegaya Bera. And a fellow player simply had a touch. And that took everything off. It's actually the man who has just come on.
It's 3 against 2. I'm not sure why he decides to bring in cross immediately. He should have taken his time. Ashanafi Tegen had all the time in the world to pick the guy, Abera or Ahmed Hussein. But again, he's just in a rush. He is in a rush. And that's a golden opportunity lost. 3 attackers against 2. That would have translated to a goal.
Goal scorer is going through a bit of pain. Shanafi Fida. Two up against 1, but miscommunication coming in between the Arbaminch players. Mesai Teferi will be telling them to shout instructions at each other every time the ball is coming to you. We've been told as young footballers, always say my ball, and that is what Tegaya Bera should have done. Fida looking for Kapaito. His touch very important, but Adi Salem quite close to Tegaya Bera. That will be an Arbaminch ball. They now seem to be enjoying the last 2 or 3 minutes in terms of piling the pressure and keeping the possession. Andualem. And Alkachi. Goes out wide, chance to bring a better cross into the area. It's almost missed by everyone, including Tegaya Bera, who was rushing in just behind Adi Salem and ahead of Kalonji. I'm asking for a handball. The referee has had a moment to think about it. It's returned inside there, and then Adi Salem takes this one out for a corner kick this time. All Arbaminch players had their hands up in the air. Should this one have been one?
Well, Ahmed Hassan is in full control, and I think he feels that Kalonji had held on to the ball, but no.
Not sure he was seeing it. He's one into the box again, looking for Bernardo Cheng. A bit of a rugby conversion here from the Kenyan international. He is not supposed to be defending on that end of the field.
I'm not sure why he's interested in birds who are just having their fun.
Not sure that would have been given as a penalty any day. That obviously is the real definition of ball to hand. It's now Andualem. Good ball looking for Shinafi Tegen. Can he keep this one on? He will do a good job in trying to keep this one, but suddenly he is the one expected to score those goals. Fresh legs on the pitch, and he should be doing much better. And you can trust me, both Kalonji Mondia and Adi Salem Tesfaye are already feeling the heat from the substitute.
Well, they need to give him balls just properly to his height, because the kind of feed that he's receiving is too high up, and he has to been forced to run after it and control it and try and turn.
Elias again. Berhane this time comfortably and professionally returning this one back to Dagim Tefera. It's not small margins that separate these kind of sides, you know. You play this well until the 64th minute, and then one little mistake gets your side to go 2-1 down, and the game probably could be done. So it's about nerves and managing the temperament for both sets of players now.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's just a question of trying to manage temperaments here. And one player who has been called upon to try and at least stabilize that midfield for Arbaminch Ketema has been Andwane Asnake. Nobody's talking about him, but he's playing a very pivotal role, especially in back four, where he has to shield Ashinafi Fida and Bernard Ochieng from the attacks that are being brought in by Beruk Biyene and his crew.
It's a good touch from Enoch Dirby, but just not enough to advance the targets of Ephraim Ashamo. Daniel Deribe back to Ephraim Ashamo, trying to hit Menaku Elias for pace, and then almost picked up possession, but then goes down. The referee is playing it on. Bernardo Cheng has a touch, throws one forward, only as far as Berhane, under pressure from Eric Kapaito. Enoch Derby into shooting space, trying to bring a shorter one to Wondimagen, but very closely tracked, and that's very good defending again from Woki Chades. And Elkachu beats one, beats two, and eventually loses possession to Abdur Basit, who combines very well with Adi Salem to come away with the trouble, only as far as Daniel. Kalonji. Oh, it's been given away now to Wondimagen Hailu. He's got the power, he's got the trickery. This is Beruk Bayana! Yishak Chagan saves! Big chance. With few minutes to go, Hawasa easily could have picked up a lead here.
Good run by the young star. Good young. He collects the first player, collects another two, and of course leaves Beruk Bayana with a golden opportunity. He knows exactly what to do. He wants to place the ball far post, and the only thing that saves Arbaminch from conceding is that right leg by Yisak Tegen. Good goalkeeping. Well, when we were growing up, we were asked to go and collect bottle tops. And this is exactly what Wondimagen is doing. He's collecting the players in yellow, bringing them together, and then he frees Beruk Bayana on the right-hand side. But that is a mark of a good goalkeeper. He knows that he cannot stretch his right hand and stretches his right foot and just forces Hawasa to instead take a corner.
Kalonji Mondia is one of those who have come forward alongside Adi Salem Tesfaye. It is taken short. Wondimagen back to Ephraim Ashamo, floats a better one into the area, and Abdul Basit went up fast, had a touch, the flag had stayed down, and what a save is that from Yishak Tegen. Still more pressure. Ephraim Ashamo to deliver again, brings it into the area, and this time Adi Salem Tesfaye is far side. And very good defending by the yellow wall. How on earth did Abdul Basit Kemal miss this one? Good pressure. Here comes another corner. Ruk Bayene to deliver this one into another very packed box. Abdul Basit Kemal still an option inside there. The referee has a few battles to sort out first just inside that Arbaminch box. So a bit of a delay then. Here comes the green light. Ruk Bayene again into the area to Ephraim Ashamo. Well, from where we are seated, it looked very close, but then on second look, far off the mark.
Well, it's pure pressure. It's pure pressure. Again, you would wonder who is supposed to be marking Abdul Basit Kemal. Where is Bernardo Cheng? Where is Ashenafi Fida? But again, the only person who actually saves them from blushes is that man, Jizak Tegen. 3 times that he's come to their rescue. And that's why when you have a goalkeeper like that, then you have confidence moving forward. But Arbaminch living extremely dangerously.
They're also trying, Arbaminch, to bring on Ashenafi Elias and Belai Gezahen. Those 2 changes are going to be very, very shortly as Eric Kapaito goes into the referee's book. Call number 4 of the campaign, still elusive for the Kenyan. 6 matches to go after this one for Arbaminch, who now must defend with Bernardo Cheng staying straight through the center as Melaku Elias clears his lines. Ndalkachu floats this one forward, looking for Ahmed Hussein. Ahmed Hussein got it onto his left leg under pressure from Adi Salem, but couldn't keep it on target. Lucky Dagim Tefera here.
Oh, he's very lucky. The pass is very good. The run is very good. Of course, it's poor technique there being applied by Ahmed Hussein. That could have been an open opportunity at least to put the ball in the net. He knows he would have done better.
Big chance. Wonder if it is his last, because Belai Gezahen is being prepared alongside Ashenafi Elias. We're just going to confirm those substitutions for you very, very shortly. But a quick water break then between these 2 sides. For Arbaminch, 23 games before today, 5 wins, 12 draws, 6 losses, 19 goals scored and 22 conceded. For Hawasa, 23 matches, 10 wins, 6 draws, 7 losses, 27 goals scored, 26 conceded. 36 points for the Raimulu side. And after today, they will be having just 6 fixtures to go as we look at the attack analysis.
Well, Hawasa have actually stepped up into 5th gear and they're tracking through the midfield. And this is exactly through Wodimagen Haile, who is having a game of his life here. That is him. It's a good run there. And of course, he picks Biruk Biyene on the right-hand side. But again, Jisak Stegen was up to the mark and just cleared the ball. But again, at this particular point in time, you might ask questions why Abdul Bashir Kemal was left on his own, because you expect that at least Bernardo Cheng or Shenafi Fida is putting tabs on him. But again, for the 3rd time, Jisak Tegen just keeps Arbaminch Ketema in the game. Shows you clearly that that team in blue has really stepped into the 5th gear and they're pushing tabs here.
Skayabera is making way, and Ahmed Hussein, I think, making way as well. Then comes Belay Gezahen. And Ashenafi Elias. On ball looking for Ephraim Ashamo, closely tracked again. And Melaku did a good job, and that will be a goal kick. Ephraim Ashamo a bit disappointed with a decision out wide being made by Mandefro Abebe, a first official, helped out by Diriba Kenenesia. And of course, the 4th official for today's game being Yasu Fente. Into the final few minutes of this one. It's getting tighter and tighter at the top.
Well, if there's one game that Arbaminch should have run away with it should be Hawasa Ketema, because they really control the good minutes in the first half, but they've just stepped off the pedal and they're actually playing as a team that just wants to sit back and wait for the right moment to make those counter-attacks. they need to realize that their next opponents are not easy, because Wolaita is going to be their next opponent, followed by Sidama, Dredawa, and then Buna. Those are really, really tough matches for Arbaminch Ketema.
Two more changes as well being prepared by Hawasa. To bring on Ebenezer Ote and Ebenezer Johannes. Those will wait. This is picked up by Adi Salem to Medhane under pressure out wide from Eric Kapaito. Getting a bit of confidence from the fact that Mesai Teferi has kept him on there and taken out Ahmed Hussein instead, though he still does not get the central role. Belai Gezahen slots through to be watched by Adi Salem Tesfaye and Kalonji. This is Wondi Magen on the other side, trying to beat two. Not possible to go past Barado Cheng that way. Firuk Bayene seem to be struggling. Maybe give this as well will give us an opportunity now to make those substitutions. And here they come. Fremashamo is the first player to come off. It's going to be replaced by Ebenezer Oti. There are two Ebenezers coming on, so you better get that one right. Yeah, that will be Ebenezer Johannes, but yet to confirm who he will replace. And now we know it's Henok Dirby.
Well, the Hebrew word Ebenezer simply means stone of help. So I want to believe that the two Ebenezers, Ebenezer Ote, who plays straight on the left-hand side of the attack, and Ebenezer Johannes, who's coming in as a midfielder, will definitely be looked upon by Hawasa Ketema to try at least and push them forward in this one.
Hoping to stone this Arbaminch side or not? And Walem to throw forwards and find options, certainly not good enough as it comes back to the midfield. It's picked up by Ebenezer Johannes, having his first touch, hitting another substitute, Belay Geza, into possession. Now Ebenezer Ote throwing one forward, not good enough, easily watched by Wokitades. Belay to Kapaito, back to Belay, looking for spaces out wide. Shinafi Tegen joining in on the action as he awaits through the center. Ndalkacho Mespin puts his hand out, looking for support. And Wale Masnaka instead finds Melaku Elias. Fida. That's a good long ball between the goalkeeper and his defense. It's eventually cleared by Kalonji. We have a player on the ground, and the referee has given this a bit of a halt. It's a Hawasa player. Seems to be Abdur Basit Kemal, central midfielder. He's had a good game though.
He has a very good game. He has done a very good job just protecting Kalonji Mundia and Adisalem Tesfaye as a holding midfielder. We call him the sweeper in front of the back four. His work is simple: win, protect, and just execute. That is simple.
Feed again, having so much space to bring Belay Gezahen into the action. And the Salem clears back to Fida. It's a better header this time to Melaku Elias. Possession kept by the yellow wall. The Crocodiles are coming forward, looking for Eric Kapaito on the far side. It's picking up possession. Look at how many yellow shots are in support. This is Endel Kacho Mesfin to Belay! Off the bench and onto the score sheet. Belay Gezahen has gotten Mesai Teferi's side A lead, 78 minutes on the clock. And could this one be the winner now? The Crocodiles are out of the Forte Springs and biting against Hawasa. And Mesai Teferi is feeling it on the touchline. Pelai Gezahen. Goal number 3 of the season.
Well, the big question is why? Why was he sitting on that bench? It's poor clearance. It's picked up by the Kenyan, Erika Paito. Of course, that quick 1-2 finds Bilai Gezahen in a prime position. He brings the goalkeeper, Dagim Tefera, out. A good cross in coming from Endarka Chumesfin. But look at the composure of Bilai Gezahen. Scored the first goal, scored the second goal, and with very, very few minutes on the clock remaining, gets to the mark again to score his third goal of the campaign. Where was the Hawasa Ketema defense line?
2-1, and time is running out. Here is Biruk to Tebarek. He's getting a return ball. There was a foul just before that, the referee calling it back. Very good officiating from Bahiru Teka. And now the pressure is on the blue wall all of a sudden. Now Zerai Mulu could have been looking at a point. Now finds himself without none. And a chance to get into the top 3. Could be rolling away. Ebenezer Johannes is the player standing over this one. Almost everyone for Hawasa has come forward. Big tall options inside that box. Ebenezer plots one in and he seems to have gone for goal. Ishak Tegen will not be worried. That is a hugely missed chance. Look at how many blue shots were waiting for it.
Everyone in blue, other than the goalkeeper, Dakim Tefera, was up there, and all that Ebenezer needed to do is to bring a quality pass, quality delivery in the box and make it difficult for Arbaminch to defend. Again, Arbaminch playing to their strength, because that was a deep pass from Ashanafi Fida from his own half, and he knows that you're going to make a mistake and we get punished.
Here's another touch this time. Coming in from Ashanafi Elias, not good enough. Goes back to Ashanafi Fida, under pressure from Biruk Beyene. It's been kept on. Fernando Cheng has a chance to clear this one. Anyone will do. Almost picked up by Eric Kapaito. The return is off Ebenezer Oti. Ashanafi Elias to Eric Kapaito. Arbaminch looking to wrap up the points here now. And Alcacho Mesfin battles with Ebenezer Johannes. It's been picked up by the blue wall. Ondi Magen Hailu looking to turn. Not past Wokita Desabebe. Now another chance to try and strike this one from distance. Came to Ashanafi Elias. Suddenly could have made something out of nothing.
It's a training shot. It's a training shot from Ashanafi Elias to goalkeeper Dakim Teferi. Said, this is my cake. He make it easy.
It's 8 minutes on the clock. Hawasa need to be more proactive. They need to control possession here if they are to pick something from this game. Right, it's Belai Gezahen, the goal scorer, who has the ball. Goes past Adi Salem. Out wide to the Kenyan international, Eric Kapaito. Got support through the center with Endel Mesfin. Goes back to Wokita Desabebe instead. Long one. And the flag is up. Ashanafi Elias. Abdul Basit Kemal has made way, and in comes in Cherinet Awish.
Well, I believe there's going to be some reorganization, because Abdul Basit was a holding midfielder. Cherinet Awish flies the trade on the wider areas. Therefore, we might see Ebenezer Johannes playing as a holding midfielder in this one.
Good chance to try and bring Wondi Magen Hailu into the equation. Very good clearance again from Andualem Asnake, and they'll be happy as long as they have possession. And Alcacho now looking to release Ashanafi Elias at the edge of the area. Ashanafi! Could have been 3-1.
It's simple instructions. Play to your strength. They are playing with the second ball. It's power play. Put the balls right in between the two defenders, Kalonji and Adisalem. They will make a mistake If they're not making a mistake, they will give you the ball. And once they give you the ball, there's only one way out. Take the first shot towards the goal, and surely there should be at least 3 goals up.
Cheng is adjudged to have fouled Biruk Beyene in a space that now will give Hawasa a very big chance to try and come forward. Biruk Beyene still looking for goal number 9 of the campaign. Kalonji Mondia has come forward. Tebare Kefemo is in there. This is from Ebenezer Johannes. The clearance is off Bernardo Cheng. Shinafi Fida and Bernard combining very well. Ashinafi again. This has been returned to the other side actually by another Ashinafi, but Elias this time. Look at how many yellow shots are back and defending. That alone should tell you the story on how Mesaita Ferry is approaching the final 6 minutes of this one.
Absolutely. In your lifetime, Andrew, have you ever been harassed? Harassed in either way? If you've never been harassed, then look at what is happening to Hawasa. You'll know what harassment means.
Yeah.
They're being put to a lot of pressure with Arbaminch, knowing that in 4 matches that they've played, they've only taken 1 point with 3 losses to their credit. I think a big win, this win for them would definitely push them into high excellence of the league and get them out of that quagmire that they are in at the moment.
Just forgot to say that this harassment is legal.
I should say legal harassment.
Yeah. But here comes the blue wall again. Tebare Kefemo. Daniel Deribe makes the right on the outside. Forced to come into the middle with Medhan Berhane again. Just to bring Alonga one into the box. That will not be a big problem for either Bernardo Cheng or Yishak Tegeng. Good idea though from Ebenezer Oti. The second half substitute looking to create something here and pick up a crucial point. Now it looks for Hawasa Ketema. Before kickoff, they were the overwhelming favorites, and now a draw could be good enough for Zerai Mulu. This is Belai Gezahen. Eric Kapaito wants it out wide. Could this be an extra goal for Arbaminch? Very good defensive work from Ebenezer. That will be a throw-in. Should have done better. He had 3 yellow shots inside that box.
Well, again, Kalonji. You think that he could have held that ball? No, if there's somebody who really wants this game to get over, it's Kalonji Mundia.
He's had it rough. We talk about the Bet King Ethiopian Premier League being very unforgiving. Sometimes this is what we win. No card is shown to Wokitadis. This was almost missed by everyone, but still not kept in. The far side by Ashinafi Tegen. Time is running out. They need to quickly convert, and they need to convert now. Shenafi Fida. And Alcacho Mesfin, picked up by Daniel Deribe. To Medhane Berhane, who now is operating in defensive midfield, by the way, since Ebenezer Oti's arrival. It's been given away again. Sees Ebenezer looking to strike it with his sweet left foot. He still can't find the space, goes out wide. The crucial clearance is coming off the Kenyan, Eric Kapaito. They need to keep that ball away from Yishak Chegeng as much as they can. It's a foul on Medhan Berhane by Belai Gezahen, trying to protect his goal, which as it stands is the winner. Now Alcacho Mesfin is the player coming off. It was his crucial ball that suddenly was made by Belai Gezahen. The goal that separates these two sides, and Merihun has come on. What a performance from the Sharks 20 in the midfield. 2 assists for him today. And obviously a man of the match contender from Alcacho.
He's been outstanding. He's been outstanding. As much as Andwalen Asnake has been very, very solid, especially as a holding midfielder, protecting the back four, I think Alcacho Mesfin has been the one who's been providing the feed for the front four for Arbaminch Ketema.
2 minutes. 2 minutes for the Yellow Wall, for the Crocodiles, for the side from the land of 40 Springs to pick up maximum points against Hawasa, the two-time champions of the Bet King Ethiopian Premier League. Trophy number 3 is running away now, and Zerai Mulu knows it.
The last time they met in December 2021, Hawasa beat Arbaminch by 1-0. That was in the first leg. And in the second leg, it looks like Arbaminch are just about to turn the table should this result remain the way it is.
It's a foul on Birukbe in it by Ashinafi Fida. This surely will be taken very fast. This Hawasa side is quickly handed to Wondi Magen. Now almost everyone is coming forward, including Kalonji Mondia. And Daniel Deribe just at the edge of that area. Wondi Magen delivers a good one into the box. Is a pickings. They're making it so easy for Ishak when he should be under so much pressure in the final minutes of this one.
I think he's done extremely well. There's no doubt about that. Pinpoint shots 3 times, so 4 times that he has happened to at least save the guys from Arbaminch from conceding. And when you have players who are playing so close to their box and you play those long balls, you expect that Yitzhak Tegen will always be putting those ones as an icing on the cake.
We have 4 minutes to wrap this one up. Just 4 minutes for Hawasa to suffer their 8th loss of the season. 8 minutes for Arbaminch to pick up their 6th victory this season as well. Medhane to Deribe. Takes a long one, taken out by Ashenafi. Scorer of the first goal for Arbaminch. Comes back to Ebenezer. 12 from one Ebenezer to the other. Johannes who had that ball out wide. Very easily picked up by Cherry Netawish. Back to Medhane. Closely under pressure from Belai Gezahen. Finds his captain Daniel Deribe. Long ball coming into the area. Cherry Netawish almost had the touch he was looking for. Still with possession. This is Wondima again. Looking to twist and turn inside the area. And it's been left to Bernardo Cheng. No says I'm a signal. And anywhere will do. Everyone for Arbaminch now is back. And you can fully understand why. When you look at such speculative passes though from Medhan Berhane, you get to think beside Teferi is smiling on that touchline, even though he never shows it.
Well, I think Mesai Teferi was in a match where Hawasa played to a 2-2 draw with Addis. Remember, Addis led for very, very many minutes, and in the last moment, there was a beautiful cross coming in from Daniel Deribe and headed in by Biruk Biene to tie the game to 2-2. So if I want Mesai Teferi at this particular point in time, I would ask all my players to be able to play away from that man in red, Jishak Tegen.
Sai Teferi played a big role in the development of talents like Sinta Yehu Mengistu at Wolaita Dicha. And over the years, he's been known for promoting talent. And if he holds on to this one, with a couple of young players in his side, by the way, his CV simply keeps getting better. This is Milak Welias taking it from a distance. That will not be a problem. You want to think for Dagim. Easily picks it up. Time is running out. Medhane to Deribe. This could be one of their final chances in this game. Now Ebenezer Johannes. Forced back by Belay Gezayen. Adi Salem Tesfai to launch one forward. Here it comes. Bernardo Cheng returns. Medhane controls. This is Deribe. Medhane again. Chance to throw one forward for Wondi Magen. It's been picked up by Daniel Deribe. Medhane. Movement inside that box. It's a very good ball in there. And it was almost picked up by Cherry Netawish. Just by a microsecond, Yishak Tegen picks up. And surely the final chance for Hawasa.
Pressure looming with Dane Birhane now applying his straight on the right-hand side. together with Daniel Deribe, they know how to deliver those balls. They really know, and our fan knows that that could have been the moment when they were actually equalizing. It was never to be.
Now Kapaito is fouled with 20 seconds on the clock. They will eat away as many as they can. And Mesai Teferi does not know how to manage this pressure. A fixture that takes him very far away from the drop zone. He leaves Addis Ababa Jima and Sebeta far behind. Gets past Adama, gets past Dredawa, gets past Wolkite. Still looking for goal number 3 here. Tagim Tefera punches. Deribe, final chance. This is Cherineta Wish looking for a return. Here it comes from Ebenezer, the clearance from Parado Chain. All but really confirms despair for this man. Alonji's pass is the final piece of action from this one. Zabahiru Teka blows the full-time whistle. A crucial 3 points, very, very important 3 points for Arbaminch and Mesai Teferi, which almost guarantees them playing in the BetKing Ethiopian Premier League next season. A bit of consistency will be needed. But for now, Zerai Mulu has seen his chance of going third on the standings slip away as both Fasil and Kidus Gyogis get an even bigger opportunity to pull away further at the top. It's been a hugely interesting game, but in so many ways, one that defines the quality and the temperature of the action in the BetKing Ethiopian Premier League. Very, very unpredictable and very, very unforgiving. We hope you've loved the game, because we certainly have enjoyed it. Mesai Teferi will confirm that. At Zerai Mulu back to the drawing board. At full time from the Baherda International Stadium, the Crocodiles have beaten Hawasa by 2-1.
alchalem